Good evening and thank you for joining us for tonight for 23ABC News at 6. I'm Alex Bell. Jessica Harrington has the night off. Tonight's top stories: a local emergency now declared in Kern County as concerns rise about the coronavirus. The details from the announcement made today by county officials. And from school closures, events and cancellation and advisories to work and home, the information about the outbreak of the coronavirus could be triggering your stress and anxiety. Advice from health officials on how to handle it all. Allison?
And our latest winter storm is sweeping through the county this evening, bringing heavy rain and snow to the mountains. I have more details on just how much rain you can expect later this evening when 23 ABC News at 6 starts right now.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 6 starts now.
We begin tonight with the closure of both directions of I-5 over the Grapevine due to snowfall. Now that's according to CHP traffic incident page, and that closure could last anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, officials have been telling us. Now what you guys are seeing right now is a live look at the Grapevine outside. Again, officials saying that this could be lasting up to hours, so we just want to make sure that you guys are aware of this, and of course we'll keep you guys updated on the very latest. And again, this is due to that snowfall that will possibly be continuing into the overnight hours. But Allison, do you have any more details for us?
Yeah, we do. So I want to show you a picture from the CHP Fort Tejone's Twitter. This was from just a little bit earlier today. You can see some of that accumulating snow on the roadway as well as on the sides of that road. So this is something that we will continue to monitor because this cold winter system continues to make its way through. So you can see mostly heavy rainfall falling in the valley and north of Bakersfield, mainly up near Delano and McFarland. But all these pockets of blue that you're seeing up near Kernville to Tehachapi, getting some snow and icy conditions on the roads. But what we are taking a closer look at is that accumulating snow falling in Pine Mountain Club. Earlier today, it was at 5,700 feet. But as you can see from that picture, has been falling down over the I-5. So that's something that we will continue to track. So it looks like in maybe an hour or so, we could be seeing a lull in some of that precipitation falling. But this could be continuing throughout the overnight hours and even into early Tuesday morning. So something that we are keeping a very close eye out for. So just how much snow could be falling? Well, above 4,500 feet, anywhere from 4 to 8 inches. That's including Bear Valley Springs, Pine Mountain Club, and Alta Sierra. And above 3,000 feet could be seen anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow. So again, something that we're keeping a close eye out for. We are tracking a winter storm warning in those areas in pink. So that does include the South Mountains as well as up into Lake Isabella. But I do want to point out the much colder air that's pushing in to the region associated with this cold front. Temperatures down to 18 degrees from this time yesterday here in Bakersfield, 17 in Delano and 16 in Tehachapi. So we will be seeing that colder air continue and well below seasonal temperatures for the next several days. But I have more details on just when this storm system will be clearing coming up next.
Thanks, Allison. Now to the latest on the coronavirus and its growing impact here in Kern County and across the world. The president this afternoon announcing tougher guidelines to slow the spread of the coronavirus. Among other recommendations, asking people to limit gatherings to no more than 10 people. And tonight we have team coverage. Leslie Gooden is live in central Bakersfield. She spoke to a psychologist about dealing with this pandemic. But first, we start off tonight with 23ABC's Bayan Wang, who joins us live in studio with the announcement of schools closing this week. And of course, how city officials are handling this situation. Bayan?
All 47 districts here in the county are ordered to close their campuses by the end of school Wednesday. School officials say these closures are expected to remain in place until at least April 14th. The announcement to close all schools comes after Governor Gavin Newsom pointed out in his coronavirus address on Sunday that the Kern High School District was the only district of its size to remain open in California. Today, school officials explained why they waited so long and what parents, staff, and students can expect during the closures.
We delayed taking this action as long as possible because we serve a different population here in Kern County. 73% of our children are eligible for free meals. 30% of the children in Kern County live in poverty. Very few of these children have access to the devices that would be needed for distance learning.
School officials said they have enforced various task forces to determine the best ways to address some of those concerns during the closures, which are expected to last from Wednesday to April 14th. During that time period, districts are examining how they can provide child care for parents who have to work. But for now, families need to figure it out for themselves. School officials said the guidance coming from the state and the CDC is rapidly changing and that they will continue to update parents with resources they can take advantage of during this time. And for a full list of school closures in the county, head to our website, turner23.com. For now, live in studio, Bayad Wang, 23 ABC connecting you.
In regards to the latest effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus, the Kern County Administrative Office, has declared a local emergency here in Kern County. And that means as of today at 5 p.m., all county buildings will be closed to the public and only essential employees, depending on who each department consider as essential employees, will continue services for their facility. The county will operate on a level 1 status, maintaining an awareness for the latest coronavirus details. The difference between a level 1 and a level 2 status is a level 2 status would involve emergency services such as food and shelter. Officials say this is a low level activation with the most minimal activation. Fire and sheriff emergency services will be fully staffed. Airports will remain open, and the county clerk and elections will also continue to count ballots with a limited staff. County officials say they have had only about 2 years to try similar models of working remotely. As during their winter recess, a similar system was in place. All non-essential employees are asked to stay home, to not travel, and remain available to report to duty if and when called upon. And all county buildings will be closed to the public until April 14th.
One of the big catalysts for us in this was the closure of the school district across Kern County. That's a heck of a lot of kids that aren't going to be in school, affecting a heck of a lot of families and parents, a lot of whom are within our workforce. So that, coupled with the fact that we are wanting to avoid mass outages of our workforce due to transmission of coronavirus within the workforce. We want to do everything that we can to protect our employees. It's not just about the
Ryan Alsop says all county employees will be paid during this time off, and there are about 8,000 county employees. And now to more on the psychological impacts of the coronavirus outbreak. It is important to make sure that, of course, we are keeping ourselves physically healthy, but also mentally healthy too. And 23 ABC's Leslie Gooden is live at an agency, in Bakersfield that is making sure Kern County residents are doing just that. Leslie?
Yes, good evening. Today I had the opportunity to speak with Kern Behavioral Health on what strategies people can use when addressing anxiety and depression during this outbreak. And today I also had the opportunity to speak with the community on what they're doing. And they say by addressing this anxiety head on is what has helped them. Melissa Lopez says she suffers from anxiety and has a compromised immune system, which has caused additional concerns for her daily life, but is not letting it impair her.
Having that time every day really helps with my anxiety, especially in a pandemic that, this is the first time I've lived through where we're going down into isolation. That's a big step. So that can cause a lot of triggers for me. So just being mindful of okay, this is just for your general health, your safety. Let's think about it that way.
Others share that the virus hasn't caused them mental distress, but they're still taking action to keep it that way.
Being able to stay up with the most accurate information, I find helps a lot. Staying up to date with people that I'm close to helps. I haven't had to be, quarantined yet, but I do have friends who have, and they're definitely having a tough time with it.
Border is not alone with offering support to those in quarantine or who are experiencing feelings of being overwhelmed. Walker, the director of Kern Behavioral Health and Recovery Services, says that it is a normal feeling as long as it does not overpower their thoughts.
Often if someone has a lot of anxiety, I will often listen for a while. But what I'm listening to is, are they digging a hole? In other words, going down the rabbit hole, and it's okay, you're not going to come back up. And so quite often you help them look at the facts differently and try not to catastrophize every piece of information.
Walker adds it's important to share and express these overwhelming thoughts and to make sure that you are unplugging from nonstop COVID-19 information, especially dealing with children.
If you have the coronavirus and COVID-19 information flooding your airwaves, your media, your TV set, and your kids are then part of that, then that will affect them more. And so we suggest that you kind of segregate your information gathering from your living your life, so that it isn't always now revolved around what's the latest bit of information coming out on COVID-19.
And here are some tips on how to address the issues of anxiety and mental health when at home, practicing social distancing, or being required to quarantine.
If you are home, that you develop some routine, some structure. Most of us live by structure and routine right now. We have a break at a certain time, we have classes at a certain time, we see certain people at certain times. And the more you can rebuild some structure into your life, the better it is for you to be able to manage through the disruption of being home.
And Kern Behavioral Health also has a 24/7 crisis hotline available as well. And on our website, we have listed 20 approved apps by the Behavioral Health Department that are free in your app store for download to help you with these issues. For now, in Bakersfield, Leslie Gooden, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
And we know you have lots of questions surrounding the coronavirus, so 23 ABC has teamed up with local health experts to help you get the facts. Join us tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. for a Facebook Live Q&A with Adventist Health, where here experts will answer all of your questions during our live stream. We will also have a special Q&A session with more local experts tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. live right here on 23 ABC. Again, the live stream is happening tomorrow at 2 p.m. and a Q&A on air is at 6 p.m. Coming up.